this going. Okay, well, we are live. Paul's having some technical difficulties, but welcome to Blacksburg on the Rocks. I have no clue where Paul is. He popped on and then he was immediately out. So we're waiting on Paul to get back here. In the meantime, how are y'all doing out there? And let's play the theme song. Not twice. Twice is too much. Well, everyone, I have had an eventful day. It has been a tough week in Hokie sports here lately. Absolutely tough week in Hokie sports because, well, we lost yet again to a team we should have beaten. That loss to Duke was miserable. There's Paul. Hey, I had taken us live as you were going off.
That's perfect because I wanted everyone to know what it was like for half the Virginia Tech football team to not show up until the game was already well underway. So that's what I'm doing, Jeremy.
Oh, that was actually really beautiful, Paul. Thank you for that. That was beautiful.
I'm just here. The game's already started. You know what? I decided to show up. Come on, let's go. Here we go.
Yeah, welcome, Paul.
Welcome.
Yeah, so fuck, man. Yeah. We're just I don't know what it is. Organizational top to bottom. Is it coaching issues? We've got talent. We've got top tier talent, and we're not winning ball games.
Yeah.
Ball games we should win.
I think at this point, it is safe to assume that the team has taken on the moniker of the fan base. And I think that at this point, they are just as apathetic as we are. They're just like, well, you know what? Fuck it.
I'm afraid that may be the case. It's tough to even watch at this point.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. Oh, yeah.
So here's what
Chris Arnold. Paul sounds great already when Paul wasn't on. Thank you, Chris.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. Chris Arnold knows that he loves me and I love him, so it's fine.
Yes.
You know, we talked about it. We've talked about it now for 3 weeks in a row, right? Like we talked about it with Dave Perks. We talked about it the week before, even of just, you know, where are we at as fans and just the sheer apathy of like, yeah, the game is on, but no joke. Saturday, I watched the Red Wings play, and then after the hockey game was over, I went back to the football game. Like, that's where I'm at. I will watch, like, obviously I'm going to watch a Michigan game first because Michigan is my number one. But it used to be that, like, I would do split screen. I would flip back and forth. I would, you know, like during breaks. Hey, Dave Sheeler. During breaks, I would tune in and just see what was going on. Or I would have the Michigan game up on my TV and the Hokies on my phone, sitting on my lap and just looking. I watched the Red Wings on Saturday, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I joined the football game somewhere. Well, luckily for me, because apparently we had the longest first half in the history of college football, I caught like the last 4 minutes of the first half and then watched pretty much all of the second half. And like I said, I watched a hockey game before that in its entirety. So that's where I'm at. And I don't think I'm alone. Now, there are probably people like yourself who like bleed Chicago maroon and burnt orange, right? And you're going to watch it no matter what. But I think the casual fan, the person, the fan that has like other allegiances somewhere, whether it be, you came from Michigan and you're a Michigan fan, or maybe, Dave Sheeler has kids at West Virginia. I know he likes to watch the Mountaineers, right? Like, so I feel like at this point, like if the Hokies are option A and I have an option B that I care about equally, or maybe even a little bit more. It used to be that I would watch the Hokies. Like I wouldn't watch the hockey game. I'd watch Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna watch the Red Wings are playing. I'm gonna watch the Red Wings because at least I know they will put a competitive product on the ice for the entirety of the game. I can't say that about the football team.
Yeah. I know it's bad whenever I was kind of relieved on bye week. I didn't have to watch us lose.
Yeah.
On top of that, it was I'm watching this game. I didn't even feel the need to drink. And that should tell you something because I get nervous for ball games. And when I'm nervous for ball games, I drink. I didn't feel the need to drink because I wasn't nervous. I was just done.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm feeling that way, me of all people, if I'm feeling that way, I know the casual fan is not tuning in.
Right. Like if you make a list of top tier, right, the top 10% of Hokie fans, Jeremy counts as in that top 10%, right?
Shit, I would say 1 to 5. Find that many people outside of Blacksburg that is as diehard as I am.
Well, and I think and that's the point, right? Like you aren't drinking. Like I'm looking for anything else that I care about, even as close to as much. Like now, I'm not going to watch Florida play Vanderbilt. That's not my thing. But like, if the Red Wings are playing, if Michigan is playing, if for some odd reason on a Saturday, I don't know, the Lions are playing, or Bridget, my fiance, is a big Rangers fan. If the Rangers are playing, I'm going to be like, you want to watch the Rangers or you want to watch this Hokie football game? I assure you she's going to pick the Rangers. So we're going to put the Rangers on, and that's what we're going to watch. Like, it just and I don't even want to fight about it, right? Like, I'm not like, well, I got to do this because I do the podcast with Jeremy. It's like,
It'll be all right. People aren't coming to us for our, excellent takes on football. It's more entertainment.
To commiserate. By the way, sir, congratulations to you, Jeremy. I saw the video today. You all got 50 lawmakers to jump on this bill.
We did.
I would give you a standing ovation, but I may not be wearing pants, so I don't think
we grinded our ass off to get that done. It was. Yeah. I'm really happy about it all.
Very, very happy for you. I know that you have put in a shit ton of work on that. Yes. So now we just got to lower those premiums, get the PBMs out of my pharmaceuticals. Because if I need a suppository, I want my insurance to cover that suppository. I don't want to have to get permission to get stuff stuck in my butt so I can whatever suppositories do. Make me poop.
It's true. Paul prefers not to have permission to have things stuck in his butt.
Yeah, I don't need my insurance company up my ass. That's for sure. So no. I just want my suppository. I don't even know what a suppository does. I just know it goes in your ass.
It pretty much delivers medication to your ass, and that medication gets where it needs to go pretty quickly. It's really good for something like Phenergan, where it's a nausea pill, and you don't really feel like taking a pill whenever you're nauseous. So things like that. It's also good for fussy children. Also, Jeremy Vinito, dude, I love you. No fucking way. I ain't no goddamn Walmart fan. I live this shit. I went to Tech. I live in Blacksburg. I'm not going to pick a team, especially a team I've got nothing to do with to root for. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate your invite.
Yeah.
Shout out Dickinson County. And Dave, howdy. Good to see you too, my friend. I know
yes, glad to have Dave out here. Oh, yeah. But again, Dave has West Virginia. Now, I don't know that that's any better. I'm not. This isn't me taking a shot at West Virginia. I don't know that Michigan is any better at this point.
Yeah.
Like, we just got bowl eligible last week. Woo! Defending national champions just got bowl eligible, baby.
I mean, I thought we were going to be bowl eligible last week.
I did too. I mean,
and we are not.
You know, and the crazy thing is, let me just say, for any of you that are tuning in, whether it be live right now or after the fact, and are like, why are these guys such Debbie Downers? I'm at every game. I'm cheering. I was in Duke. I go on the road. I made the trip to the West Coast. Like, kudos to you. You are a better person than I am. There is no chance in hell that I wouldn't even go to Charlottesville. Like, if somebody said to me, I got 4 tickets for you, Bridget, her nephew, and one other person. You guys come to Charlottesville and watch the game. I realize they're at home. But, come to Charlottesville and watch the game. I'd be like, nah, fam, I'm good. I can probably go murder myself on a Black Friday sale at Target or something. So,
yeah. It's incredibly tough. What are we supposed to do? I'm in this no matter what. I'm a Hokie for life.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're rolling with it, and we're so depressed because there's so much potential there. So much potential.
Dave Phillips, by the way, big sponsor of the show. Thank you, Dave. Posted something.
Dave.
So what would you change to make us competitive? If these coin flip games go a different way, we're feeling different. You're 100% correct about that. Is it just bad luck or something else that needs to be changed? I think it's coaching that needs to be changed, unfortunately. And I'm not a fire the coach guy. But, we have seen time and time again that this staff as a whole can't manage a clock. They cannot do it. They are, I don't know if they're physically not capable, mentally not capable. I don't know what it is. Like, I am sitting on my couch watching a game, screaming, call a timeout, call a timeout, call a timeout, call a fucking timeout, call a timeout. And then finally, like, after 12 seconds roll off the clock, you see, like, if I can see, listen, I'm not a smart person, but if I can see this, y'all are making millions of dollars. Somebody should be able to see this, Jeremy. Like, somebody should be in Brent Pry's headset going, coach, call a timeout, call a timeout, call a timeout, call a fucking timeout. I can't be the only one that sees this.
No, you're absolutely right. And I've said it before, I'm pretty sure my nephew playing Madden could manage a game better than what we've had here recently. Yeah. And it's like the decisions before the half, and there were 2 turnovers right in a row, but it was just gut-wrenching. It was gut-wrenching. We could have used just a few more points. And every single one of these games, it comes down to, God, maybe we should have kicked that field goal before the half, or maybe we should have.
Right.
And it's all like these little decisions that we had a shot at points. Why did we not take the shot at points?
Yeah. Especially if you're in the position that the Hokies are in right now, right?
Yes.
Yes, I realize 7 looks better than 3, but at the end of the day, 3 looks a hell of a lot better than 0. So, like, take the points. Dave, unfortunately, I don't think there will be an eligible 12th game. We did not have a hurricane cancel a game this year, so I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get an extra game after UVA to get bowl eligible. UVA is it. And I don't know. I mean, I know we're going to get to this, but I'll preview this just a little bit. I don't know that either of these 2 teams really, truly want to win this game.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think UVA will want to win this game, Paul, because we'll never hear the end of it if they do, and they keep us out of a bowl game. We'll never hear the end of it.
But I don't know that either of the players on the field, right? And I'm not talking about everybody, but I think that there is probably a percentage of players on both teams that are just like, man, let's just end this fucking season. Like, I don't want to have another 12 practices leading up to a bowl game that half my teammates are going to bounce, right? And like, we're going to go play against, like, I've been joking around about Michigan versus Virginia Tech in the Pinstripe Bowl, because that realistically could actually happen, because it is Big Ten versus ACC. And
I
neither
go watch
team
that.
is really.
It's fun to go to
I,
New York.
I would go watch. I would obviously watch it because I have a vested interest in both. But again, I just don't know that. I don't see. I don't see the Hokies being able to field a legit. I think it's going to be like Maryland 2 years ago, where we are going to roll into that bowl game and get absolutely shit kicked because we're running out there with Jeremy Counts at quarterback and Paul Van Wagner playing middle linebacker, and nobody.
I feel like
that.
we do okay. I think we'd care enough, or at least be psyched to be there.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about being psyched to be there, Paul.
Adrenaline will get us so far.
Adrenaline will only get us so far. Trust me.
Then we're going to need suppositories to help with the pain.
Well, Paul, do you have a prepared geezer rant this week, or is that your geezer rant?
That's basically my geezer rant.
That is your geezer rant this week. Sponsored by Southern Roofing and Restoration. We're going to move on to our Blacksburg Vibe Check, sponsored by Quest Floor Care. The vibe in Blacksburg is fucking terrible right now.
Yeah.
It is fucking awful. No one gives a shit. Everyone who comes in to talk to me, it is, well, we suck at everything. Yeah. But our women's soccer team, they're in the Elite Eight. That's pretty cool.
Hey, that is cool.
Talk of the town. That's the thing is Blacksburg, we've got such good fans. All you got to do is win. No matter what sport it is, we're going to come out and we're going to support it.
I don't even know with some sports like football, I don't even know that you necessarily have to win. We just have to not keep it making the same stupid fucking mistakes over and over and over again, right? Like, why are we living Groundhog Day every Saturday? Come on, man. Like, lose a different way. At least if you figure out a different way to lose, we'll be like, well, didn't have that on my bingo card. At least it was exciting. But no, we're going to not kick a field goal at halftime or, go for it on 4th down and 6 from the 30 because we think we can get it even though we're averaging 4.2 yards a play. So I don't know.
It's depressing, but it's that extra depressing because we're in year 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
it wasn't supposed to be like this, man.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us had our reservations, whenever Pry was hired. And it was like, okay, we're going to give him a chance. We're going to do this. And then he made the hires at, coordinator position. And it was people who were new to the pit. And we're like, okay. This don't feel great, but we're on board. We're on board. We're going to keep doing this. And then it kept going. Yeah. And now we're questioning coaching decisions, which all that happens. I'm not one of those people who like to question like a call or anything else. I will, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is intellectually honest. I think engaging in that is more, fun. But it's not being, honest with yourself because, plays can go certain ways and there's reasons that you call them. And we as regular fans, we're not going to get that a lot of times. But that being said, whenever you are having an issue where you needed the point scored right before the half when you had a chance and you were continually losing games because you didn't score that is a fucking problem.
Yeah. Yep.
So it may be time to do something different.
Yeah. Dave Phillips, you're right. Here's the problem with Virginia Tech wrestling. Dave Phillips says we don't suck at everything. VT wrestling is amazing.
VT wrestling is amazing.
It is amazing. VT wrestling is a victim of their own success. We all just expect them to be amazing, and they deliver every year. Shout out to Tony Roby. Like, that program is a juggernaut, and they come out every single year, and they fucking deliver. And I think we take it for granted, right? Like, we're just like, wrestling's always going to be good. The problem with those Olympic-style sports is that
no one knows what's going on. The last time I went to a wrestling match, I had a good time. Dave took me. It was the Moss Arts Center match. Really good time. But I didn't know how any of that was going. Honestly, I would just yell whenever Dave told me to yell. And the Moss Arts Center matches, there's not a lot of yelling, so it really carries.
It's one of those things where it is hard to follow if you're not a wrestling guy. I'm not a wrestling guy. if y'all remember the drive, for the longest time, we never talked about wrestling unless I could get Tony on to talk about wrestling, because I don't like, if I start talking,
you glitch out. I agree. Totes.
so that's
we missed all of that. You literally glitched out. You say when I start talking, you glitched out and you just came back.
If I were to start talking about Hokie wrestling, I would sound like a bigger idiot than I sound like on a daily basis, and I don't need that. Like, I bring myself down enough. I don't need to bring myself down more by trying to talk about something I don't know. So,
did you see how he had a half pin on that guy with a double elbow reverse?
Yeah.
Crawdad? I don't know.
I keep waiting for Tony Roby to run in with a chair and whack somebody from NC State across the back, and the referee to be like, "You're out of here!"
Yeah,
and then,
there we go.
That's the wrestling that I know. I'm sorry, and I realize that those of you that are actual fans of collegiate wrestling are probably cringing right now. That's it. That's all I got for you. Like, maybe Whit Babcock comes strutting down the aisle, and maybe
I'd watch that.
Points, points at one of the wrestlers and goes, "You're fired." And like,
it's about the pageantry, Paul. It's about the pageantry.
That's fine, and I respect it. I think they're amazing athletes, I do. Like, I have nothing but respect for the wrestling program. I just don't understand it. We didn't have it in high school when I was a kid, so I never got to participate. I probably would have, but I never got to participate. I've never taken the time to learn. And so it's just, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's it.
It seems like it'd be one of those things that, you really get into whenever you're doing it. And I like watching it, especially when I'm in that kind of environment. I got someone like Dave with me that can kind of help explain it, but for some reason it never sticks. Kind of like hockey with me. The rules of hockey just never stick.
Yeah. In hockey is what I played. So that's, we had hockey, we didn't have wrestling. So, so
Chris Arnold says that would mean Babcock cares more about the athletics than making the money. Which part?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Him strutting down the like Vince
He
McMahon?
did. He strutted out of the basketball game the other day because the Hokies were getting ready to lose.
Yeah,
he did. He strutted out. And
press pass revoked.
By Whit.
Oh,
what Hokie fans should have done at that point was, as he was walking out, they should have done the hey, nah, goodbye, and just done that. Like, that
are we at that point where we're that mad at Whit? Are we? Are we ready to declare Joe Rogers was right all along?
I don't know. That's pretty extreme. Like, here's the problem. If you hire a new athletic director and you don't get it 100% right, you set everything at Virginia Tech back a decade.
Yep.
Because
that is a huge issue.
If you have the wrong AD, football coaches aren't going to want to come here. Basketball coaches aren't going to want to come here. The current regime probably won't want to stick around. And it just, like, everything tumbles out of control. So
switching AD is rough.
That requires a serious commitment to, okay, we're gonna bury ourselves in shit for the next 6 years, and then hopefully we come out on the other side. And probably that requires another AD to be hired, because the first one's going to come in again, unless you hit a home run. And I don't know, I don't know the ins and outs of the, vice ADs or whatever the hell they're called, the guys that are behind Whit. I don't know who's out there, who would potentially be available, but I feel like, man, you are taking a real big leap if you get rid of that dude.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, is Whit was celebrated everywhere just a few years ago. Like, USC wanted him. Like, it's hard to take that kind of step and kind of push that. because I mean, Witt is well respected, and there were a few years where it seemed like Hokie sports altogether we're pushing, and Joe's just coming in. Wait, what? Which part, Joe?
Yeah, Joe, we need more context here.
We've been talking about a lot of things.
Yeah, we're 25 minutes into this ramble.
When has Babcock gotten the right football coach since he got here? Well, he hasn't, and for different reasons. He got Fu because Fu was the mind, but he didn't have the personality for here in Virginia Tech, which I can overlook. It's just Fu was very loyal to his people, and honestly, I feel like Fu would have done a lot better if we had the right kind of funding here and had our program where it should be. Fu messed up a lot of our pipelines in the state. He messed up a lot of recruiting, and he deserves a lot of blame. But I feel like in the right situation, Fu could be a good football coach. Pry, I think, is inexperienced.
I will say this about Pry. Pry has mended a lot of those bridges, right? Like the 757 is still not a pipeline for us. But when Fu and his staff walk into a school at the 757, they aren't getting the big "fuck you, we don't want you here" like Fu got.
Yes.
So he has done that for the program. He has mended those bridges, and I give him full credit for that. So
yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah. You got to remember though too, Chris, and for everyone else, like Justin Fuente was the guy when Virginia Tech hired him. Like he was like, we were not the only school that wanted him. And if y'all remember correctly, about 2 years into his run, Baylor came knocking. And Baylor wanted him to come there.
No, that wasn't 2 years. That was later in his run. Quite a few people were ready. Okay. They were okay with Baylor taking him. But ESPN was writing all these articles about how this is how a transition's supposed to be, because he came in and we had that great season in 2016. Yeah. And you had these articles coming out like, this is how you follow up a legend and you do this. Mm-hmm. And before we know it, that huge ESPN article drops with the turkey bacon, and everything was just kind of it was a clown show from then on out.
Wait, we're not eating turkey bacon now?
Yeah. Okay. So it was, I feel like Fu wanted to be a Saban-esque kind of, CEO type, and he just did not have that in him. And I don't think he had, the resources or really the staff around him to pull that off.
Right.
And you also got to remember, Witt hired Fu, and he got us, and Fu came out and he had a great couple of first years, especially 2016. We thought we were back. Yep. And then he went and he got Buzz, and Buzz put us on the map with basketball. And then whenever Buzz left, he followed up with Mike Young, and Mike Young was doing really well. And everything's just sort of like, everything just kind of went to shit here in the last few years.
Right.
And it's hard to put a finger on exactly where that went sideways.
Yeah. And I don't think that it is Witt's fault. Because again, like I said, there were a lot of schools that wanted Justin Fuente. We were just lucky enough to get him. And once he kind of got into that spot, like we kind of saw the glaring issues there. It's one thing to coach Memphis and be successful. It's a different thing to coach Virginia Tech and be successful. Yes. I say all the time, there's a reason why Mike Krzyzewski never left college basketball for the NBA, because he knew, this is my lane. I am going to stay in my lane forever. And why? And again, like, why would I veer out of my lane? Because I'm making $6 million a year at Duke. What if you go from 6 million to 10 million? Your life doesn't change, right? Like, you're just,
Saban was a shit show at Miami. People forget that. Shit show. So sometimes there is a certain lane, and I feel like Fu had head coaching experience, but he didn't have P5 experience. And Pry has P5 experience, but he doesn't have head coaching experience. Why don't we just hire someone with both? Fuck!
Yeah.
It does not seem hard.
So now the question becomes, though, does that person, whoever that person happens to be, does that person actually want to come to Virginia Tech?
Yeah.
And I'll use this analogy, right? If you are an NFL coach and the Dallas Cowboys come knocking, you got to think long and hard about if you really, truly want to climb into that dumpster that inevitably is going to get lit on fire every fucking year.
Do you really want to put up with Jerry Jones?
Right, exactly. Now, I realize there's no Jerry Jones at Virginia Tech, but like we're getting to the point now where
there's one.
Whomever.
Joe will tell you.
Well, I know Joe will tell me. We're getting to that point now where people are going to start looking at Virginia Tech and going, okay, Fuente failed, Pry failed. What's going to keep me from failing? Like, where am I better, different than these guys? Like, what am I bringing to the table that leads me to believe that I can recruit to Blacksburg? Because look, we all love Blacksburg. I love Blacksburg. Everybody loves Blacksburg. Blacksburg is in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing to do outside of Blacksburg. Like you in order to find a big city, you have to come to Roanoke. And Roanoke's not even really a big city, right? So
it's just a city.
It's just a city. Yeah. Like, so if you want to do anything special, it's not easy to recruit to Blacksburg. You have to find the right people that want to be in a small town in the middle of nowhere, isolated, right? Mom and dad can't even fly from Atlanta or, I don't know, Oklahoma to Blacksburg easily, because you have to fly to like Charlotte, then to Roanoke, and then you got to drive, right? So like, I love me some Blacksburg. Like, don't get me wrong, but you're not like the average 5-star recruit isn't going to go, fuck yeah, I don't want to be in Atlanta, Georgia, or Miami, Florida, or College Station. I want to go to Blacksburg.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I love it. So
it's a great college town, but yeah,
it's an amazing college town, but it is very isolated. And Dave Sheeler, I know we're not the only ones. I get that. But, it's, man, like you really have to want to do it. That's why Oregon is successful, but Oregon State isn't. Like getting to Oregon State, like when you land, you have a 2.5-hour bus ride.
Oh.
So
at least Roanoke goes directly to like New York and Atlanta and stuff.
Yeah. So it's tough. And again, I'm not bashing Blacksburg. I love Blacksburg. But the reality of it is it's hard to get here.
It is. And
so,
that brings us to, speaking of flying, our next subject, Hokie High, sponsored by Bear Dance Hemp.
Yes.
What was a high point that we saw?
Pop out there on the field.
Pop. That's what I was thinking.
Plays. Yep.
Pop was looking good.
Some plays. Yeah.
Pop he did enough to where he's going to have a lot of people talking.
Yep.
So I think the Pop hop is real.
Oh, I agree.
Get him behind a good offensive line, and we might have something.
Yep.
But we got to get a good offensive line.
Yeah. No, I agree. Wholeheartedly. So that brings me to. Are we ready to do this?
What are we doing?
The Counts Family Pharmacy.
Oh,
rock hard player of the game.
Our rock hard player of the week.
That's right. Where you can get a year's supply of Viagra for $150. I'm telling you right now, it's cheaper than Hims. It's cheaper than Blue Chew. It's cheaper than any of these other things that you can get online.
All those companies, they're just selling you overpriced sildenafil. That's all they're doing.
Yep.
I'll hook you up, fam. Hook you up.
Tell your doctor. I need my boner to last a little longer. Jeremy's going to hook me up. Write me a prescription. Yep, absolutely. rock hard player of the game. Now, I did not have this one on my bingo card, Jeremy, at the beginning of the game. Because in my opinion, this player has underperformed immensely this season. But I got to give some love to number 0, Ollie Jennings.
Ollie Jennings came out 3-0. Hashtag free zero. Ollie did great.
He did.
Like, that's what we were supposed to, like, see from him. That's what we were expecting all year.
Which makes me wonder, like, what was going on behind the scenes. Because here's the thing. He didn't just pop out this game. No pun intended with pop. Being the quarterback, but he just didn't pop off this game, right?
Yeah.
Pop.
So
he's been.
But this you got to remember, he's been targeted and just straight up dropped him.
Yeah, that's true. I get it. He's not 100% innocent in the whole thing this season, but 6 catches, 158 yards, a 26.3 average, and a touchdown in that game against Duke. I got Ollie Jennings.
Yeah.
Rock hard player of the game.
Rock hard player of the game. No, it's player of the week because we're including multiple games throughout because other sports are going to be in it.
That is true. That is true. We just have to be very careful how we address it with the women's basketball team because one of us got in trouble this week for that.
I got in trouble with Evan.
This guy.
Oh, next time I won't just post clips. We love you, Evan.
Martinsville, and my phone is blowing up, and it's Evan, and he is just throwing shade, and I'm like, I have no idea what he's even talking about, so I'm assuming Jeremy did something, so I'm just going to let this be and let Jeremy and him hash it out, and then I finally got the gist of what was going on, and I was like, all right, now I see. Kudos to you, though, for doing it. Mad respect for that.
Yeah, I mean, I just put the clip of last week online where we gave player of the week. Hey, I know to Carly Wenzel.
Carly Wenzel, and she earned it, by the way.
And she earned it.
There was no spoof. Carly Wenzel was balling.
And honestly, the entire conversation was about how we would feel uncomfortable giving her that award because we didn't want to spook her and get Evan Hughes in trouble.
Yeah. And then Evan's blowing up my phone, Jeremy's phone.
We love you, Evan. I don't blame you.
Oh, Chris Arnold. That is actually not a terrible idea.
What was it?
If you take out the pharmacy tree, you get a year's supply of the blue pill for free. Jeremy,
you're going to get me in trouble again. You're going to get me in trouble again.
Eat the cost of that. Okay. All right. Listen. I've already been told Jay Tucker and I are not allowed to take out that tree. So
none of you all are allowed to take out that tree. I'm saying it right now. I hate that tree and I want that tree to die.
No
one listening to this show or any of my friends will take out that tree for a lot of reasons.
Joe Rogers, Dave Sheeler, Chris Arnold, Wayne in Ohio. Like, I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm telling you if you do it, I ain't seen shit. That's what I'm saying.
Tucker, let me borrow a chainsaw. Joe, everyone knows you're my friend. Like, they will go and question you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do it.
Do not kill that tree.
Listen, here's the deal. Here's what I'll tell all of you. If you kill the tree, just shoot me a text message that says fishing, and I will be your alibi. We were fishing. I was fishing with that guy. We were at the Roanoke River. We were fishing together. We were trying to catch some crappie, whatever it is. I'll check with the people at WFXR. I'll check with Jermaine Farrell and find out what the big old fish is that we can catch in the Roanoke River. And that's what we were doing. Yeah.
Okay, Joe, that's hurtful to even say. Also, Dave, you've got a ghillie suit. What's that going to do on the sidewalk? I feel like you're going to be more noticeable in a ghillie suit on the sidewalk. Why is that pile of leaves just crawling?
Well, I mean, listen. First of all, it's
children are going to poke you with sticks.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Now I kind of want to try it. I kind of want to borrow that, Dave, and just like lay out in the middle of the sidewalk at Main Street Pharmacy and see if anybody even notices.
Ghillie suits seem tedious. They seem
I'll
tedious
tell
to
you
me
this.
to like put all the stuff in the pockets. I'd end up just like half-assing it, and it would be just it would be like someone had stabbed the fucking scarecrow or whatever, straw man, whatever, the guy from Wizard of Oz. It just be
I'll tell you
stuff.
this. Let me first say, I know for a fact that if you are vandalizing someone's car behind Main Street Pharmacy, and I use vandalizing very loosely here, but if you are vandalizing someone's car behind Main Street Pharmacy, if you just pretend like you're supposed to be doing what you're doing, nobody asks any questions. You just, hey neighbor, how are you? Beautiful day, huh? Man.
And
I
everyone,
love
that's
Nickelback.
why I still have a Nickelback license plate frame. Because
right, baby.
honestly, I
Yeah.
love the story so much, I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah. That
It's a
is a
beautiful
true
story.
story. I had multiple people walk by me, and I was just like, "How you doing? It's a good day, right? Love Nickelback." And they would just look at me and go, "All right, just keep on."
All right. Well, what is our shining example? Sponsored by Shine Time Mobile Detailing. Honestly, I need to rephrase all these. I feel like Hokie High, Shining Example, and Rock Hard Player of the Week are all in the same kind of vein. The way I saw it was the Hokie High. We talk about how good we're feeling. We've not felt good for a while. The Shining Example was like, what's a great example of something going on in the community, or what was going on during this ball game that we won? And then Rock Hard Player of the Week was just Player of the Week.
Rock hard. So here's what I'll say about the Shining Example. I think that if the Pop Watson experiment continues the way it continued in that game, God, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole again.
Oh God, don't do it, Paul.
I think the future is not as dark as it may seem.
Why'd you do that? Are you?
I don't know.
You just want to give us hope? Hope is the soul killer, Paul.
I know. Listen, and again, I'm apathetic right now. What time? Where's my phone? What time because I think, doesn't Virginia Tech play? They play. It's an 8:00 game, right, on Saturday.
I've not even checked the time.
Oh, that's FanDuel. I can't gamble on those games, so I don't even pay attention to it on there. Hang on.
I've got to find a Hokie bar somewhere to watch that game.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in New York.
Virginia Tech plays at 8 p.m. So Michigan, Ohio State's at noon. Virginia Tech is at 8 p.m. Now, let me just look. Let me just double check here. Rangers, Canadians play at 1 o'clock, so I'll have to fight my fiance for the TV, but that's okay. And the Red Wings don't play. So I will most likely on Saturday be watching the Hokie game.
Nice.
I don't feel
Joseph, we love you, Joe. We are.
We do.
Lovable idiots. Wayne, thank you. I worked very hard for that. A lot of hours casting into the void. Yeah. I was on TikTok Live countless hours the past 2 weeks doing like joint shows. I've not stopped casting, I feel like, for the last 2 weeks. It's been constant. But I appreciate you. 8 p.m. Yes, he is right. And Dave Schiller said, yep.
Now, I am asking for a friend. The one video you put up, you had another, I believe she was a pharmacist. She was kind of a hottie. My friend Joseph, my friend Joseph, I'll just leave it at that, is interested in meeting her. Just saying.
Who?
I don't know. You were doing a video earlier today with some blonde lady.
Oh, Claudia?
Sure.
Oh, she works at Arthritis Center.
Okay.
I will pass along your love, Joe.
I'm waiting for my phone to blow up now.
I will send all of your love to Claudia.
There you go. Cheers, Joseph.
Cheers, brother.
I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you, man.
No. Claudia will come on. She does this TikTok thing where she calls up insurance companies and just like berates them on TikTok live for patients, and everyone loves her for it. And it's got her like this huge following. And so we do a lot of stuff to like raise awareness together.
Okay.
Her boss, Dr. Bach, he passed away here recently, and he was a huge patient advocate. We actually dedicated the protest outside of Optum to Dr. Bach. Shout out, memory of Dr. Bach. Shout out his wife, Julie Bach. She's awesome. She's one of the coolest fucking people you ever meet. But no, that's a good group of people. And I'll hook you up, Joe. I'll hook you up.
See, Joe, if you missed the video, Joe, go back and look at it. You will text me thank you. Trust me. You'll be like, okay, I'm wrong. Thank you. We got you, brother.
But yeah, I appreciate all of you. Oh, and pass along. Yes. Cheers. Cheers, Joe. Cheers. But yeah, we're kind of at the point where it's our basketball team we know is not going to be very good this year.
Yeah.
Our football team is not good this year. Our women's basketball team is going to be pretty good. You know, it's one of those we'll kind of see.
They'll be in the top 70%. I don't think they're making a run in the tournament, but they'll probably make the tournament.
Yeah, they'll probably make the tournament, which is, more than we can say for most everything.
Yep.
So it's
wrestling will be good. Apparently women's soccer is good. I guess apparently they're in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, women's soccer is good. Yeah. They're in the Elite Eight. Like, they have a chance. They might come out of nowhere and like break this curse. That would be pretty cool. They probably won't, but it's pretty fucking cool. I'm going to be monitoring that. Yes, it's a chance. Like, I'm going to I'm going to pay attention to that. And if they win this one and they get to the Final Four, everyone's going to be paying attention.
Oh, yeah, they will.
A bunch of new soccer fans. That's going to happen. That's how we are. And
look at women's basketball, right? Like, as soon as they make a run in the playoffs, like Champ Sports Bar is so packed, I get COVID or something.
Everyone got sick
from watching the women in the Final Four. I never tested positive for COVID. I don't know what I got, but yeah.
Well, everybody got something. That was a rough one.
Yeah. So,
it was packed shoulder to shoulder that night.
Oh,
what a good like sports experience.
Yeah. I sent out a text to the group that was all there, and I was like, hey, y'all, I just want to let you know, don't know what's going on, but I don't feel well today. And all of a sudden, bing, Tina, me neither. Bing, Frank, me neither. Bing, Jeremy. Emily and I both sick too. What the fuck? TJ from the River Courts, bing, I don't feel good either. It's just like, oh, shit.
We all got nailed. I wonder who brought it in there. There were so many people there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably those kids that we tried to buy their seats from, and they wouldn't sell them to us, but they let us come hang out with them. One of them little bastards probably got sick.
Yeah. See, that was the worst of both
Probably
worlds.
Got chlamydia or something.
We had to, like, hang out with them.
Mm-hmm.
But, we got some space. It was just, let us buy it. You all are young. You can stand.
Yeah. Oh, they were having none of it.
No, they were not.
Chris, it was not me. I was not the carrier.
Typhoid Paul.
Yeah. Wayne, I don't know what you mean by saying 6 of 8 from ACC.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. I'm going to go back to Hokie High because we barely touched on it.
All right. I mentioned Pop Watson. Pop Watson.
I know. I'm just putting it there to leave it up because
that's fine. That's fine.
Chris is a great supporter, and we love them.
Yes.
And
I got to go see Chris about stuff for my dog. That's fair.
Yeah, that's great.
I got to go see Chris about stuff for my dog. Oh, women's soccer. Six ACC teams were in the Elite Eight. Wow. All right.
Yeah. And then it's like softball and baseball, I feel like are always at least decent. And every few years, it's like they're fucking elite. So I don't know what to expect from them. So, maybe we got some things to look forward to this year. I don't know.
Well, here's the problem, though, right? And Chris Coleman from Tech Sideline, love me some Chris Coleman, did it, and I did an interview before I left the radio station, and he said one of the things that he said to me was, "This fan base is weird, right? Because in 1999, when the football team was rolling and every other sport in Blacksburg was absolute trash, right? Like, y'all remember how bad the men's basketball program was. Women's was the same way. Like, maybe wrestling was good. I don't know. I don't want to piss Dave off because he carries knives, but like maybe wrestling was good. I don't know. That was
It's true. Dave will murder everyone before they even have a chance to blink. He's a scary man.
He is. He is. But all of the other sports were just trash, and everybody in Blacksburg was happy because the football team was good. Like now the football team is kind of like meh, but we have a lot of really good sports otherwise, and everybody's like, well, the football team sucks, so there's nothing to be excited about.
It's football, Paul. This is America.
I get it.
It's fucking America. We care about our football teams, Paul. Shooting hoops is great and all. And all these other sports are great and all, but it's not fucking football. Blacksburg was built on football.
Yeah. No, I understand. But, like, there's other things to be hokey high about.
Yes, I agree with you. Shout out Daniel Cantrell over on the TikTok. Shout out Southwest Virginia Shop over on the TikTok. Love y'all.
Hey, Southwest Virginia Shop. That's where I got my Terror Dome t-shirt.
That's where I got my Terror Dome t-shirt. Oh. We love Dan. Everyone out there that gives Dan a hard time, quit giving Dan such a hard time. Actually, I take that back. Give him double a hard time because it makes him
give
better.
Dan a lot of shit.
We love Dan.
Yeah, give Dan a lot of shit, but Dan brings it. We appreciate Dan. He's a good
love
dude.
Dan.
And Dan is sexy as fuck. Like, let's be honest. Like,
he's dropping weight like crazy.
Oh man, Dan is what we like to call fuckable.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You look at him and just like, that guy, I'd put a finger in that.
That's right. That's right. I'd help.
Shout out to all our listeners.
I love it.
If you can't tell, I'm celebrating 50 co-sponsors.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
And again, I'm a little depressed because of Hokies.
Well, yeah. So UVA. We got a couple minutes here before we have to get off. I really truly believe that neither of these two teams really want to win this game. I really believe that in my heart of hearts. I know you say UVA does, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't believe that this game is close. And if it is, I think that favors UVA. But I feel like Virginia Tech has a lot more talent.
Well, if it's within one touchdown, it definitely favors UVA.
Well, yeah.
We ain't winning that.
No, that's true. That is true. I just think that, if you look at this game on paper, Virginia Tech has so much more talent. Igor's butthole, ladies and gentlemen. Virginia Tech has so much more talent. They're just the better team.
Claudia's on our TikTok. What's up, Claudia?
Oh, Claudia, we need to introduce you to Joseph. So send Jeremy your phone number so we can do that hookup.
I have Claudia's phone number. I know Claudia well. Claudia,
I have Joseph's
they're trying to hook you up with Joe. I'll make introductions.
He's not bad looking. He's tall too. Like, I mean, that's a big thing for a lot.
Joe is a tall man.
Joe is tall. He's like 6'7", I think. And you know what they say about tall guys? Proportionately.
Claudia said, I love a tall man.
Ah! Oh. See, those of us that are 5'10", But
Joe's gonna pull a sponsorship.
Hold on, my phone just went off. Let me see if this is
no. Joe's gonna murder us.
He's gonna kill me. Yep. Quote: I'm going to strangle you both. Joe, all I want is, here's the deal. If this works out and the two of you get married, Jeremy and I co-best men. That's what we want. That's nice. Because we want to do the speech. We want to do the speech at the wedding. You just have to make this happen.
Nice.
Come on, Claudia. Don't reject him. Don't reject him. Shit. Fuck UVA. I don't know that.
Claudia declared that I am her maid of honor. Whatever,
Oh.
I'll do it.
All right. Deal. Bet.
We're doing it.
We're in.
Bet, Claudia. I'm your maid of honor.
We will still do our
this.
toast. We'll do our toast concurrently.
We will.
It will be, it will be basically a condensed down version of Blacksburg on the rocks. There'll be some bourbon, some beer. Woo!
Shout out to Daniel Cantrell and Claudia, who are in the live and just lighting it up with a ton of likes and gifts and everything, making it way better than it is. We get a bunch of viewers on it, but
thank you.
Claudia and others will come in and just like blow it up, which is a lot of fun.
We appreciate you. We truly appreciate you. God bless. Thank you. I don't know. I want to care. I want the Hokies to make a bowl game, but at the end of the day, man, like, I really don't want a repeat of Maryland. Like, I just like.
Well, I don't want to lose to UVA. I'd rather get murdered in a bowl game I don't care about than lose to UVA.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I can get behind that. I don't know. I'm
just saying. Also, before we all go off, I kind of wanted to show everyone the clip of me and Claudia earlier when we were live.
Yes, please do. So Joseph gets a look at the clip.
Yes, at the clip.
Pay attention.
I want to show everyone what happened earlier.
Whatever else you're doing.
We were doing a TikTok live trying to get co-sponsors and encourage everyone to call their lawmakers. And we got the word that we got our 50th lawmaker on the bill, because that was our big goal. It was 50 lawmakers by Thanksgiving, and we were down to just one. And we added a bunch last week, and all the lawmakers were on Thanksgiving break, so we didn't know if we quite get it. So this is what happened. You all, wait, it happened. Drum roll, please. Representative 1, Casamani, Arizona, District 6, which is Southeast Arizona, including Tucson, is officially our 50th co-sponsor! Motherfucker, yeah! Fuck yes! 50 co-sponsors! You heard it live here! God damn it! Fuck yes! Fuck! We did it, Claudia! Fucking Arizona! Way to come through, Arizona! Fuck yes!
Oh my gosh!
Woo!
People didn't think we could do it.
Oh no, they didn't think we could do it. Well, we shoved that right up their fucking assholes. Fuck yes! God damn it, I'm psyched. And that's why I'm a well-known pharmacy advocate.
It's crazy that while you were doing that, you were talking about suppositories, and here we are on this show.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see the actual audio. I just happened on the suppositories.
You didn't hear the audio. I was actually back in the office, and then I came out after. I was like, Griff, we got our 50 co-sponsors. He's like, yeah, I heard.
Yeah. Chris, the leather jacket is just for us. He doesn't break out the leather jacket for just anyone.
I wear this literally every day. Every day.
It's just Tuesdays at 8 p.m. he puts it on.
No, that was my lab coat. That was during the day. I was actually at the pharmacy. I was back in the office.
Dropping F-bombs.
Dropping
F-bombs. The most
people know what they get when they come in.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Pharmacy in the world. So
I'm very professional, Paul. I'm profession. I'm famous in the pharmacy world, Paul.
You are top in your profession, and you are famous in the pharmacy world. I don't know that I would refer to you as professional, but the other things are absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%.
Well, y'all, we are coming now to the end of our drinks. Yes. I say, no, we got to and watch Boundary Corner podcast,
yes,
where you will get true insights into Hokie football. So I encourage everyone run over and watch Boundary Corner podcast with our friends. Brian Curtis, Tally, Sheldon, they do a great job over there. We love them. Go get some analysis. Love you all. It's been a great night.
Eeyore says happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Eeyore, you old bitch. Welcome. Well, goodbye. Till next time, this has been Blacksburg on the Rocks. Yeah.